Hey everybody, welcome to the Crusader stream. We have our new follower goal January 20th. We are trying to hit that 125 follower mark. We appreciate all our followers. Thank you for showing up and tuning in our live stream. We're going to do some Albion online here. We're going to pick up where we left off there a couple weeks ago. And remember, loot drops are on, so the longer you watch, the better the gear gets through the loot drops. Be sure to hit us up in the chat, and yeah. Views are always nice. Chats are always nice. We are here. Let's do this. Starting off the new year right. Little Albion, and then we're going to move on to a few new things that we have going on. Classics. Metal Slug 2, and Metal Slug X, along with Metal Slug 3, and then we have the SNK 40th anniversary set that we have recently installed. So let's go ahead and get this going. Let's see. Daily events, Hellgate Frenzy, Fame plus 10% loot in all Hellgates. We have daily production bonuses, 10% for the Frost Staff, 10% for Tool, daily production bonuses, and then as we normally do right here, we are going for, let's see, like the Frost Ram, and we have the Frost Challenge chest set this for us here in the Adventurers Challenge, because that's what we do. Faction Warfare campaign, it looks like they have the Iron Campaign chest, Sterling, and again, yeah, that's where that's at. Conqueror's Challenge, Grand Conqueror's chest, and Adept Knight's Vow. So, who knows, we might jump into some Faction Warfare. I have been playing with the idea to get things rolled back out, and looks like my camera has decided to play funnies here. Can't fix this here. Let's refresh this device. Sometimes it acts a little weird. Go ahead. Change this back. Refresh. Webcam is going a little crazy. So let's do. There. Go ahead and get. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Camera got a little squirrely on us. So, all right, everything looks good. Everything are back into our stream. Let's go ahead and get this started off right. Like I was saying, might jump into a little bit of against mobs. I think before we harvest this, let's see what I currently have in. Yeah, let's go. Are going to start at the top of our list. First things first, let's drop this off. We're going to make this a harvest run. We will replace some animals. No, hey, we have animals to it. Let me go ahead and get my spreadsheet. How important that is. That didn't like. There we go. And get that farmer's spreadsheet up in here. With a little change in our music order, we're gonna drop these here, and nope, that's not what we wanted. Every single time it does that, and I don't know why. Try this again here. There we go. There we go. Now things are looking better. That's how we like to. Oh, so right up into our islands here. So first, need to. We're probably more or less going to drop this to marketplace, but we want to start off right. So go ahead, we're gonna. long time since we farmed, so we got to get that done. I hope everybody had a clean holiday. Imagine a bunch of people are recovering. There we go. Oh. Do a little bit of that social media marketing. Quick. I don't know why it's showing the Modern Warfare 2 line. Change that, but who knows? Oh, let's see what other Twitch ones we. All right, there we go. We hit up some social media. Comes through, it comes through. That's great. Again, looks like we have one viewer on. All right, let's do some. Got bills to pay. We got bills to pay. Experience the back ends. Let's do that. Looks like I've been out here farming this stuff for a while. We got a couple people starting the new year here, so because we do rent islands, so that out, that done. So the new goal for January is 125 followers. That's where we're trying to go. 125 followers. So if we can hit that number, that would be awesome. I'll just do that weird thing. And I do want to say thank you to Mr. Blitzer79. He did join up last night, yesterday, so the follower, I do appreciate that. Yeah, then tomorrow what I'll do is I'll come through here tomorrow in the morning and I'll plant all these fields. Start doing an every other day thing. Like I said, I think I'm going to make livestock breeding probably where I want to go mostly with this. It does generate a little bit more money per animal versus, I mean, granted, for a full stack. Oh, journal. And that's the one thing too, folks, is I have so many tune journals that once I put my armor back on and I run those, yeah, we'll be good to go. So let's see what we got here. So we're locked here. Let's see if anything. Oh, wow! I didn't even know I had those. So let's go ahead and claim those. I already have one of these in this same one. I missed that, but that's all right. We're already getting where we need to go for this, and we're gonna try to get this one and start building up before this one unlocks. Journal. Okay. So let's just slide these down. Yes, I do carry a focus restoration potion. All right, let's head out. Some of the talk I've seen recently on the pages on Facebook and stuff has, you know, people talking about being frustrated because they follow other people, they get in the streams, they chat and stuff and help other people out, but they don't reciprocate. The one thing I think as streamers is the first thing we need to realize is everybody's trying to get to where we're trying to get. This isn't like it's a select group of people. You know, some people might say, oh, I stream just for the fun of it. Sooner or later, though, if you're not seeing results, it's not fun. So what happens is that group gives up. Then you have on the other far end of the spectrum these people that, oh, join my Discord. We help people get here and there. But what ends up happening, though, is you end up helping them. You put in all this time to be able just to post your channel that you're streaming, that you're going live on this Discord. But you end up shortchanging yourself. So you put in 10, 15 hours to somebody else, but you don't get anything in return. There is no guarantee on investment, I guess, per se. So yeah, we invest our time, invest our resources. You know, there is a TikToker that I'm part of, a follower, and I actually attend her streams, and she teaches Chinese, and so she does 12 hours a day streaming, and she teaches Chinese, and she ended up getting sick recently because, you know, she's putting her time and effort in, and there was a post about it, and, you know, she's not seeing the high numbers she thought she would. And I guess maybe, I don't know what her marketing is or where she's trying to go with it. And it is tough, I'll tell you. You know, not only be posting on the social media pages, you got to keep your TikTok or your streaming schedule updated on Twitter or on Twitch, and then you try to post that everywhere so everybody knows where you're streaming, and when you're streaming and what you're streaming, and it becomes difficult. And some of the comments I read, it's just horrible. Like, oh, way to play it up, way to play the victim type of thing, you know? And I was like, okay, that's a bit much. But let's get back. I digress. So, yeah. So we put our time and our effort, our resources, getting better systems, try to buy. Oh, hey, Tiny Cliff. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, look at that. We are at 70. 70. We are getting to that goal. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. So it it is kind of a little bit of a smack in the face when here we are putting in all this time and we've helped other people and we give our time to them, but they don't give their time back. Reciprocate. So on Friday, this past Friday, I went and I purchased 4 subs. I subbed 4 different channels because I know everybody needs those. And I turned around and I think I followed like 10. And I even jumped in their chat for a little bit and just seeing what they're streaming, seeing how they're doing. And I think that is the thing. I'm not asking viewers to stay for the entire, however long I'm streaming, because in most cases, I stream for 2, 3, 4 hours. I mean, I do 4-hour runs, such. Um, and so it it becomes one of those things where you start to get wore out. You as a streamer, um, gaming doesn't become any fun anymore, or the streaming aspect doesn't isn't fun anymore. So what happens is you turn around and you're just, oh, okay. You might see that one viewer or thing. See, what I used to do is I used to just stream and then just look at Xbox or go off the website. Well, I run Twitch Studio, so that way I can't be counted at. Um, and I hope every one of my followers clicks the notification, because that helps. That lets you know when I'm streaming next. I hope you go into my channel and you actually look at the schedule of what I have going on, and that's going to change because there's some other things I want to do. Retro gaming, get that metal slug going in there, and then I want to then build that audience, and I try to stream different things because I know everybody's streaming Call of Duty right now. So I try to do a stream on Friday where we include or Thursday where I include my voice chat with my entire party, because we have a pretty lively discussion going on while we're playing. Um, so yeah, it's one of those things where that is one of the most common games to see. Then you have Fortnite. I think League of Legends is probably up there quite a bit, and I see a lot of really cool little games and stuff people are playing. And again, we're all trying to get to that same level. We're all trying to be affiliates. We're all trying to get partner. We're trying to get the views. But the one thing that gets me is when I see people that have, say, 100,000 followers. I would love to see out of that 100,000 followers, how many of them actually tune in to view the channel. Now, I know people that are very captivating, like Stone Mountain 64. He's been doing it for a very long time, so he's built his reputation. He's known in the Escape from, I think it's Corral or something like that. And then there's PUBG. I think he played that for a while. I think he played, was it DayZ? I think he played that for a while. He's really big in the Call of Duty, so a lot of people know who he is. Where is so he's been doing it for a long time. He's got the follower base. He's got the sponsors. He's got the equipment. And that's the big thing. And yeah, I've attended his webinars, and there's some great insight. He gives really good info. However, what it comes down to is, like I said, everybody fighting for followers and viewers and chatters to make it to the next level. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm just trying to get 3 people to actively chat during one of my, or at least 5 during my live stream, so that way I can finish off the building a community, I guess, achievement or goal in Twitch. I think the most concurrent chatters I've had, like actually people chatting constantly, has been 2. What it said in my thing. Now views, hey, you show up, you stay for 15, 20 minutes, you're watching the stream, and then you turn around and um, you know, you go check out another streamer. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not asking anybody to sit in my, and watch my entire live stream. Again, it comes down to watching other people game. It just went out. What? All right, let's see here. Let's oh, nope. Want the I don't want. All right, we're gonna switch up a little bit. There we go. Now we got some dams coming. So, and so that's what it comes to. Now I post some stuff on TikTok and Twitch, or Twitter, sorry. And so, there's a couple people that I interact with quite a bit. I like what they're talking about. It intrigues me when they talk about more than just games, because I can say to them at this point, hey, what's your channel? And I'll go ahead and, say, hey, I gave you a follow. I saw your schedule. I'm going to try to show up, tomorrow during your stream, and, and stuff like that. So those kind of things, that networking, I guess, is where a lot of it's at. However, what we run into is, like I said before, well, you got to put this much time in and this much effort. You got to spend an hour in this person's stream to, and you got to have all this before you can even post your channel. I noticed on a page I was on, they were talking about support. And so I was like, okay, so I saw this thing that said sponsor or self-sponsor or whatever, and self-promote. And so I put my link in there, but then I'd go back and 15, 20 minutes later, it's deleted. And I'm like, okay, why is my post being deleted or removed? Well, come to find out, they're like, oh, you have to support this many other people before you're even allowed to just post your link to your channel. Well, wait a minute. You say you're all about support. How is that support if you want me to support these players or these streamers, and you want me to put in all this extra time? But what about the time that I'm putting into them? How do I make that time back up? Nothing is ever looked at like that. And so, I think if you can build a good community of like 50 people, and you make it a plan and say, hey, 10 of us need to jump into this stream today, view and chat. That's our goal. We're not, I mean, if you follow, that's great, but hey, this is what we're doing today. That is how you help one another out, because you never know what the conversation is. Regardless of the game, I can be watching people play FIFA. I can't stand watching people play soccer on video games. But if the conversation is good, I'll sit in there and I'll chat with you. I'll talk to you. And that's the thing, I would much rather have 100 viewers in my. And so I would much rather have 100 viewers than a thought. I would as I said, sorry, I'm talking to my kids as well. I would much rather have 100 viewers than 1,000 followers. You know, I could be happy with 500 followers, and still, you know, if I'm getting 100 views every live stream and I've got 50, 60 people in the chat talking, I'm all for it. You know, that is the type of growth that I would like. And because then what I can do is I can go into my stream later, look at all the people that chatted, all the people that viewed, and to say, okay, I'm going to go to these first 10 people right here, and I'm going to go support their channel. Whether it's a sub, whether it's a view or a chat. And I know those subs are important because that's how streamers make their money. Now, right now, I only have 71. I don't think you get the subscription thing until what? You're an affiliate? I mean, I could post my Cash App account and ask for donations to keep, you know, I could do that. But, you know, right now, that's not why I do this. Now, granted, I would love, and I think a lot of us have the same goal, is to be able to do this part-time at least. I know a lot of people want to do it for a living. And so there's ways to do that. I mean, why does it always do that? Better off just rolling my mouse. And there's very successful people out there that make a lot of money from streaming. And you know what? That's all they do. And so again, it's, you know, being a father of 5, having a full-time job, real life gets in the way. Like I said, I try to hold true to my stream schedule. I try to get in there and whatever I have going on. I do like Anything Goes Thursdays because that's usually when I get my whole crew on board and we have our big discussions. Oh, I didn't even know I was up there. Okay, first things when we jump off this one, we are going to to get the buff. Bing! Alright, might be able to clear 2 more islands. And I am going to start posting my community Discord because we do a lot with Ghost Town Gaming. That's the community I started on Discord. It's a community I started here in Savannah, Georgia. And we're looking at, you know, one of my goals for 2023 is able to have a physical location for Savannah Esports, which will house the Ghost Town Gaming crew, which is the esports team that I started off of the Ghost Town Gaming community. You know, and the more and more research I put into this, the more and more I do, you know, obviously investors are going to be a big part of that. So, you know, we want to definitely expand. We definitely want to grow not only our community physically here in the location where I live, but online as well. So yeah, I mean, and those are things too that I'll broadcast live on Twitch. You know, when things fall in line, I'll let you guys know. I'll update you and be like, hey, you know, this is what's going on. And you know, I will tell you once we have some of the beginning stuff locked in and down, you will see the creation of the Savannah Esports Twitter page, Twitch page, Facebook. Well, we already have the Facebook, but YouTube and such, because we want what our goal in there, our purpose is to promote the game. You know, yeah, we're gonna make a little bit of money off it. I'm not gonna lie, but we want to promote the gamer. We want to give a place where the 3 professional esports teams that are here in the state has a place to look at for new talent. Semi-pro teams, same thing. That, you know, we want to be the place where new amateur teams are being created, and we give them a place to play. We give them a home per se. And so, dang, that is not bad at all. Yeah, I can probably get one more island, and then we gotta go and drop off stuff. I've had people ask me, why don't you roll a mammoth? You know how hard it is to see your field when you have a mammoth on the map? It is not easy at all. Now see, now it's highlighting like I want. Huh. Yeah, let's go grab this. I told you, it goes much faster when you just harvest, and then tomorrow it'll go even faster when I plant everything, because then it's just hop off plant. You don't have to move. Harvesting, you got to move around and go places. If you hear little kids in the background, those are my daughters. Well, the two youngest ones still singing Christmas carols. Only the first day of the new year, so it's no big deal. Enjoy it. And the one thing I want to tell you guys too, when you go to put out your stuff and you're tagging companies, or you're hashtagging to get more people to show up to your channel or whatnot, don't be afraid to mention, like, say for instance I use the Steel Series keyboard, right? So I tag them, or I do a mention the and then their name. My PC build is from a company called Meta PCs. They're based in Nevada, so I'll mention them. I also use Razer Kraken headset, so I mention Razers. So the whole point of that is, what I'm doing is they're getting notified that, hey, you've been tagged by this person, and it's a way to start building interest, because what they'll do is they see it enough from a particular person, and I honestly believe they do this. They'll go to that person's channel or whatnot, and they'll read and see what they're posting up and stuff, because it's not just their esports team that they want to sponsor. They want to get out to the regular player. I mean, it's the same thing with all these esports energy drinks. You know, okay, it's out there. And I think over time too. Go drop this stuff off. As they keep seeing it, I hope they do show up to my stream, and they do show up and watch. Because again, that's how you can start building those partnerships, and you start getting that brand recognition. Right now we got 10 mil in there, and this will increase. There we go. What do we see? 12 mil? Yep, nice. Oh, I just been so busy with the work. It's hard to get out. Let's drop the earthy wormies here. Got another stack. We're gonna slide this over here. Let's take these worms here. Let's put this there. Oh, yeah, I guess. All right. Definitely getting some more seeds. That's good. All right, we are heading to. Did I grab that one already though? I think I did, but let's find out. Who knows? So again, you know, it is not the easiest thing to do, being a streamer. Trying to, yep, we already did. Okay. Trying to get followers and views and people to like your videos and stuff like that, you know. But hey, it is what it is. So currently my setup is 225-inch HD monitors. I'm getting ready. When I go to get my stuff, I'll post what I purchased. That way, if you're interested in it, you check it out. I'll even post the Amazon links for them. Oh, yeah. One thing I need to do is I need to go and I think I planted it. I gotta go and plant the next, or harvest the next thing in crops. There we go. Seeing probably what happened is that follow that I got, he just clicked on my link, went to my channel, and just clicked follow. So, I mean, awesome for the follow. I do appreciate that. I do. But, you know, my big thing is coming in to, you know, view the stream, say hi, even if you stay for 10 minutes. That's what I'm looking for. Really need the views, streams, you know. But hey, those will come. Those will fall into place. 2023 is going to be a good year. I missed a plot down there in that corner. Dang it. It's all right. Yeah, probably what we're gonna do is we're gonna stream for about an hour and then we'll take a break. I'll get something to eat, and then I'll come back. So if you tune in and I'm not here, you'll see the "We'll Be Back" screen. Oh, nope. I knew it was gonna do that the second I did that. What do you hear? Just looking here. We have this, and then yeah, definitely. Again, we're gonna try to pull another 5 stacks off of we have left before we take our break. We want to make sure that you guys, you know, we want to make sure we got a good amount of money for the market. Yeah, I'm thinking that the animals will probably be my constant. They're these bigger islands. I'll do them every other day. Alright, I think that's when I started running out of tier 4 speed. Yeah, so we're getting there. We got another follower. We got one. So you know, if we can, I'd like to average, 5 new followers a day for a stream, but would also like to have 10 new views and 10 chatters, in a stream because it's hard. It's not an easy thing to be a streamer. And you got to get the content and the view, and especially if you want to get past affiliate. But it would be really cool to get a partnership with like Razer or Bill Series, something like that. So that's why we keep doing what we're doing. Alright, what am I saying? Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna finish the Juju Islands, and then we'll take a little break, and then we'll come back and finish streams here. See what's going on in the market too, where things are sitting for sale. Hey, there we go. Kogaz, how you doing there? How are you doing? Oh, not hell. Oh, there you go. Hey, glad to see you tune into the stream. First time chatter. Awesome. That is awesome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Crusader Show 2023. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and the follow, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, here, so in Albion, just give you a little backstory on me here. I am a PvE player. I'm more of a market player, so my group, the little guild I created here, we are called the Alpha 1. And basically, we farm, go to the market. We have some buyers that buy directly from us. So yeah, just out harvesting today. Starting the new year off right. So yeah, PvP can get a little nuts in this game. I will tell you, I'm thinking about, because at one point I went out and harvested, the stone and things like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back out and I'm just going to fight boss mobs. Well, I have quite a few mounts in my guild chest, so and I need to work on my armor and get my level up there. But yeah, I'm not much of a PvP player. I'm more of a PvE. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get back out there and do it again. I think I have axe fighter set up, so yeah, that'll probably be the one I work on. I'm normally a sword and shield kind of player. But right now we're just harvesting the fields. Gonna take them to market. Just we're working on one set of islands. I have about 65 islands I maintain. So got about half of a goose pie in, so that's good. So, are you playing on a mobile device? Is that what you're talking about, or you play on PC as well? Seeing folks, that's what I'm talking about. Came in, introduced, showed up, said hi, um, interacted with the channel, and then turned around and dropped the follow. And that's what I'm talking about. That's how we build our community here. About 5 to 6 seconds. Always imagine that. Oh yeah. Ooh, not good to have that happen in the black zone. Let me tell you, when I ride through the black zone, I'm scared. I go as quickly as I can through the black zone. And it's not, I mean, I play on PC. I also play on mobile just a little bit, but I do most of my stuff on PC. Yeah, I would not want that to happen. Going through the black zone. I wish they gave a PvE side to the black zone, because I think what it has to come down to, again, other games have this functionality, is where they turn around and they're like, oh, do you accept combat with this person? No. And they just leave you alone. I can understand like certain secret areas, but again, it's kind of a hindrance to us PvE players that just want to be able to go in and mine. And when there's 4 or 5 of them and it's against you and all you have is your mining gear, your mining mount, it's just like, okay, thanks guys. That was awesome. I appreciate the beatdown you just gave me, and you took all the hard-earned stuff and the fact that I had no weapons on. Thank you. You think the best profession in the game is like farmer, gamekeeper, or else? So let's talk about that a little bit. So profession-wise, it depends on where you want to go. Now, what I would start out with is you get your first island. I'm imagining that you have premium, and then from there go with, slowly take your time and build up your island. I think with what I figure with what the cost of premium is right now, and then going into, say, getting your islands. I know when I did mine, it came out to like 16 mil in silver just to build all the way up to tier 5 island. So what I would do is at least get your island up to tier 3. Start basic, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm like a jack of all trades. I farm, I breed. I'm an herbalist, as you see here. I also go out when I can and I mine and I, go into the queries and stuff. I'll mass build gear and put it out there, like some tier 4 and tier 5 metal gear. I'll make some pies and stuff, so I'll take that cook profession a little bit. If you have a supporting group, like a guild, to work with, then you can kind of narrow focus. But if you really want to get into it and make some silver, I would tell you right now, one of the best things to do is go out and just focus on, like, cotton. Go out with your sickle and just do cotton and, what was the other big one I was doing? Cotton and ore. And do that for a while. And if you get a stack or two, then take them in and sell them. Put them on the market. That'll generate your silver quick enough. And then as you level up those, get the right tool. So you'll want your upgraded sickle, your upgraded pickaxe, and just keep doing that. And, if you can find somebody like me who would direct buy it from you, when I do direct buys, I do 5% less than what market value is. But I do the same thing when I sell it too, because I want people to buy from me. But just put it on the market and put it for 1 to 2% over what the current market price is, and you'll probably be able to sell those stacks pretty quick. I can tell you that stone right now, especially for anybody building houses or plots, they need to have stone. So just going around your island and just doing a full cycles around and harvesting, doing that, or going out into a low-level area, green zone, and just harvest stone, that is needed quite a bit. So that's where I would start first. I'm a solo player. I'm in a guild, but mostly they do ganking and stuff like that, and I'm not into that. For now, I'm a tier 5 skinner and breeder animals. What do you think? Well, I'll tell you this right now. If you don't like the guild you're in, leave the guild. Wait, and then reach back out to me, and I'll send you a guild invite. I'll be honest with you. If you're a tier 5 and you're a breeder, let me ask you this. Can you breed chickens? If you can breed chickens, I can help you. And the reason why I say that is because I'll tell you right now, I have my spreadsheet up. Because yes, I have a spreadsheet. I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 islands. Just chickens. So you can breed swift calls. That's good. That means you can breed chickens then. So here's the thing. I pay people to farm my islands. And the reason why I pay people to do that is because I have so many islands. So, yeah, I mean, having the plots, because here's the thing about breeding. You got to have the food, and you got to have the pups, or the babies. So, it takes a little bit more time. It takes a little bit more money. But, you know, hey, if you're willing to come to work for another guild and do that, not only can I make you silver, I mean, you can make silver off it. But I can make sure you get paid for it and still keep increasing your skills. Now, the question you just asked, how do I have so many islands? Part of that is because I have rented them. I actually rent out islands from other players. Got that all done. Those are done. Let's go get these. 5, 6, and 7. So I rent these out from other islands. That's why I have so many. And these are just the ones that I have showing. Here, I'll show. So here's what I have favorited, because this is where I go all the time. If I was to, let's do hidden islands. So right now these are hidden. I have them select the hide because the person that built these didn't build them right. So I can't do anything with them. Or actually, no. The reason why these are hidden is because somebody is renting these. This is how many guild islands that I'm sitting on right now. These are good for setting up laborers. And these are all my player islands. I would say probably 20 of them are mine. And then I rent the rest of these out. So yeah, as you can see, I have quite a bit. So, but yeah, I mean, going back to what you were talking about, if you're not into the whole ganking, these are empty, so we won't worry about those. I'm guessing all those. Let's go check. I'm gonna check one more here. Let's check. You know what? Let's check that out. I'm wondering if I already. So yeah, if you rent islands, basically what happens is when I go to rent an island from somebody, they put me as a co-admin or co-owner. I can't delete the island or take ownership of it, but what I can do is I can add people to it. I can build farms. I can set stuff up on it. So where are we at weight-wise? We're at 71%. So yeah. Oh, my Discord. Hang on 1 second. Let me give you. I will give you into our community chat. I don't really per se have a Albion set up yet, but I will add one because I'm noticing that's starting to become a more there. Here is my Discord link right there. That goes to the Ghost Town Gaming community. And so, yeah, just hit up there, and when I see that pop across that you joined, I'll go ahead and I'll give you. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I gave you the wrong Discord. You can join that Discord. That's our gaming community Discord. But the one you want to come into to check it out is. We had some new people join, it looks like. Hang on one second. Got to give them the catacut. That way they can see stuff. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see. So I'm going to invite you to the Sons of Ragnar. That is I don't want to invite people. Why that? Okay. Let's see. I need to edit that link. Well, if you come in, it's not that big. I can fix that. Okay. So, we get back to. Now, this is the Discord link to our Sons of Ragnar. This is my link for our guild. So before I changed, or before I decided to go with Sons of Ragnar, we just went with the Alpha 1 because that's what I named my character. So, yeah. Sons of Ragnar comes from the series Vikings, where hang on one second. I knew someone was gonna ask that. Lothbrok, King Lothbrok or Lothbrok. He was the king for a while of that group during their rule, and Catacut was the city. So yeah, there's a show on Netflix. There's a couple good ones. There's another one which kind of follows that same storyline on Netflix called The Kingdom. Or no, The Last Kingdom. That one is actually really good too. That follows Uhtred, son of Uhtred. But yeah, that's another good Netflix series to watch. They did a good job on that. I think they just did another series, but I can't believe that's the series finale because there's too much missing out of it. So where did I go? Yep, it looked like I forgot all about that. We planted my front islands here. Huh. Yeah, where am I at weight-wise? 97%. Something here. See what happens when I drop this down. Okay, we can probably get 2 more islands in it. But yeah, I mean, how long have I played Albion for? Probably a year, off and on. I'm not a real steady player. I usually get on 3-4 times a week, but maybe while I'm streaming, just tend the farms. So I try to play as much as possible. I guess if I had a more active, because at one point I had 15 people working for me, and so all my fields were being tended to. For all my islands, I had my guild islands, which I have laborers on. They were all being taken care of. So, when I jumped on, I actually ran it like a guild master. I had people that went out and skinned, mined. I had somebody that built furniture for the guild houses for us. So then I was on every day for probably 3 or 4 hours. Because that way I was trying to get everything up and running. So, but I understood. We had players during the warmer months, but I understand people kind of play in droves. They'll play more in the wintertime when it's colder out. So, and it is hard. I mean, because doing this, what I'm doing right now, every day. I mean, yeah, I am paying those people, but I can see where it gets kind of redundant, where you're giving up 30 to 60 minutes of your day, your gameplay time to farm. So. But it does make money. And again, I understand the action side of it is the PvP, but again, you fall into where if it's not for us PvE people, I don't think the PvP people could really do it all and still have the dedicated time to put towards PvP. I could be wrong, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've been on stream for an hour right now, and for the last hour, I'll tell you, let's see here. We did, that's 21, or no, that's 20. And then, yeah, by the time we're done, we'll have harvested. Oops, sorry. We will have harvested about 40 islands. So, if I could get back to a workforce of 10 people, we'd be around 120 islands. So, what I'd like to do this year is, because all my islands right now are branched Port Sterling. What I'd like to do is I have a guild house and some islands over in Bridgewater or Bridgewatch. What I'd like to do, start thing of islands over there and just grow green beans. I think that's what I was growing, and put them up on the market and see how they do. Oh, yep, there we go. I just hit over 100%. I can see. Let's. Oh, we are at Alpha 6. We just finished. No, what I'm doing today is just farming them, and then tomorrow, because it's a tedious process. Tomorrow I will come back and plant all the islands again. So my islands that I plant right on spot right now, because it's just me, is my animals, because those bring in the most money. I mean, I'll show you right now. So let's go into my weekly orders. So right now, sitting in it is 12.1 mil, but if these guys are 2.87 mil alone. So 10 mil just in herbs. Then we'll do a stack and a sort and a stack. There we go. So right now we're sitting at 14 mil. We're increasing our seed increase. We need to go back in here, drop the worms off. We turn these into tier 5 fishing bait. So right now we're just trying to get this stuff out of the way. There we go. Love you, babe. How many plots can you get in one island maxed? Okay, you can only get 5. So a private island, which you have to have premium to set up, you can get 5 plots. Some of my islands, like this one here, is one of my personal islands. I only took it up to 4. Like I said, it costs money to get these things all the way up. So, you know, the one thing that I try to do to make a little bit off that is rent, if you can, rent out the housing plots. Like, give them permission to build so they can build houses on it. And that way people have that availability. There are people that need houses. It's funny. Let's see. But yeah, I'm not sure how many plots there are on a maxed out guild island, but I know for what I use it for, the Alpha 1 island, the main one, I think it's a tier 4, and we use that to put NPC vendors. There's also like we have a lumber mill on there. We have a for a sawmill. We have a flour mill. We have 2 smelters, I believe. I use that island also for where my tenant farmers can go and drop resources and stuff if they need to. It's the same island I was on when I emptied them. What about? That's the. Now, I'm not sure where that's at. That's the first I've heard of that. But I think any private island, if you do a private island, it requires premium. You have to have a 30-day premium subscription when you go to create those. Your guild islands, you don't need premium. So. Oh, in the mist. I don't know. I haven't been in the mist, so I couldn't tell you. If that is true, that you don't need premium to build houses in the mist, that's awesome. Now see, I don't know what kind of level cap you need to be because I was watching Black Mamba or Black Boa or something like that, and he was fighting in the mist, and it looks like some of the mobs are pretty high up. So I mean, there's definitely some good resources in there, but I'm not sure, where. I'm not sure where you would set up or if you can buy islands there. Because from what I understand, like the 5 major cities, that's what they are. So if this is a new major city, it's just quote unquote in the mist. Yeah, I mean, if it's the same cost, go ahead and do it. Need to reach 5,000 standing just by releasing the wisp that caught by mobs. Oh, well, that's not bad. I mean, as long as you're high enough, I guess, in the PvP realm, because again, your armor and stuff, you can fight the mobs. Then yeah, I don't see anything that would hold you back from that. I mean, if that's where you want to, I mean, obviously you're gonna need silver for gear, especially if you get ganked in that region, because that's like a black zone. They can pull you and everything in there. So, I mean, I'll have to check that out. I mean, that's legit. Then yeah, I'd put a guild island and a couple private islands in there because the 2 herbs can play it safe in blue zone and yellow zone. Oh, so okay, so they have safe zones then. Okay, see, I didn't realize that. That can tell you how much I actually read up on what the patch updates do. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't require premium, that's a bonus. Ugh. I will definitely have to check that out. That's the first I've heard of that. I mean, I like I said, I saw a couple streamers playing in there, but I didn't realize it didn't require premium to build get a private island. Now you do you do know that per account, each per account per character, because this account I have 3 characters. Each character can have a private island or a guild island. They can't have both. So if you say this is my primary player here, and then these ones are going to be premium, you know, or have private islands, yeah, you can set that up like that. Just make sure that you give your main account like builder access to or co-owner access to everything. So like this is one of my alts. He has co-owner access to this. But because this part of my guild, I could take owner's guild and put it under that, and then they have the same access. Oh. And as you can see, we were starting to build it up to house laborers in each house. Oh, so you have to leave your gear there in the mist, or in that city that's in the mist. Okay. Well, what you could do is set up another account and then build a set in Bridgewater and leave an extra set of gear like in a trunk or something for you there in Bridgewater, so when you're there doing stuff, then that's what you do. I mean, I'm thinking about making a whole nother character set to handle my Bridgewater side of things, because I already have a guild house over there and islands, so. Oh, not giving. Oh, hit the wrong button. I was like, not giving that up. They have their own plan. But yeah, I mean, if you have a character that can develop in this new area, develop them out there, make them like, I don't know, like the division of your setup. You know, you have one in Bridgewater and you have one there. I mean, not like turnips and carrots in Bridgewater. They have different plants out there. That's probably why everything has to stay there. I mean, can you transfer it to, like, can you travel with it to Bridgewater from there, or does everything have to stay there? Gear, harvested goods, everything. Because what that could easily be is it could easily be that they made that area completely different, so only the things that are grown there can be sold there. It can't be sold anywhere else. So that might be why they're trying to get more people out there in that area. So they're making everything stay there, so it makes you keep that stuff there and sell it on that market. Interesting. Sorry, I was talking to my daughter. Everything has to stay, or you can travel, but the teleport. Oh yeah. Oh my god. You know, it's like that even here though. If I go to Bedford, where one of my guild members gave me another 18 islands that I farmed for livestock food. The travel fee to come back with that stuff it's unreal. It makes no sense. It's crazy. And I think it's done on purpose. Cuz I honestly believe a lot of that stuff is done on purpose because we're dumb enough to go out and buy gold from them. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is like it's been said, you take more the greater the risk, the greater the reward. So but like I said, I can see that. When I was watching this guy play, there was some stuff out there I was like, dude, it's almost worth paying the teleport price. If you got a good amount of stuff. Set up just if you're gonna like say mine and stuff like that. You could go, I would set up what I would do is I'd build a guild island out there. Set up my guild chest. Made sure I had enough tools for mining the tier. And then just go out and mine. And when I got enough to make the trip worth it, I would pay that teleport price. Yeah. Or that portal price. Because bringing that back to be able to sell on the market would probably make you more than what your teleport price was. So, yeah, I can see that. But that's what I would do. I would stack and stack and stack until it was full, and then I would just head out. They have their own city in the mist, and I guess the player needs potion and food because the mobs there are harder than open world. Okay, so that's good then. Because they're like that goose pie that I use to reduce the weight that I'm carrying. That is, yeah, those are definitely things that if I had a guild island, that's what I would do. I would just go out and hunt. I would find somebody to partner with and let them do the herbs because that's what you need for potions. And then, find people that are in the area and be like, hey, or just drop it on the marketplace. And as long as you can not die, I guess, and on the side of it, I would go out and harvest skinning. I would do skinning and ore mining. And that's exactly what I do out there. The saddest part about this game is the marketplaces aren't tied together. So I played a game back in the day called Star Wars Galaxies. The last server closed down in 2007. Okay, great game. I mean, honestly, all right, nice. 20 season points already. Up to level 2 reach. Um, we it was way ahead of its time in a lot of its concepts, and because of WoW, the population on the server started to decline. So instead of just eliminating servers, they ended the game. Which honestly, I probably would have sold it to LucasArts and said, "Look, we want to keep this going." But anyways, the markets were so integral. They were all tied together. You could search for a player. So if you were buying things from a certain player, you could search the marketplace for that player and find out what they had on the marketplace. In the cities, you could put a vendor droid, that would broadcast your message and say, "Hey, go to Crusader's Armory at," and you would list the coordinates of where your armory or where this vendor bot was now, because this would be a house. So you let people come in. They didn't have access to any of your other stuff, but they could go to those bots or those vendors and buy stuff from them. So that was a plus. Excuse me. Also, with the vendors, the marketplaces were tied together. So if I found something I needed to buy, say I was buying factory crates of walls because I was making houses, 3-story houses. Well, I could search in there for the item I'm looking for and say, "Oh, hey, this guy over on Tatooine he has them by the crate loads, and he's got 7 full crates." I could go in there, buy them all. I would have to fly out to Tatooine, which wouldn't cost you anything, honestly. Pick up my crates that I've already bought, and then come back to where, say, my home base was. It was a very, very well put together and sought marketplace, and it was so nice because it allowed for more creativity. It allowed for true PvE players that wanted to play an econ side. So in that game, I did have a Master Bounty Hunter and I had a Master Jedi. I used the Master Bounty Hunter to go after true bounties. Now, the only way you could PvP somebody, unless it was a guild war, a faction war, or a bounty, you could not fight somebody. You couldn't just go out and gank them. If you wanted to duel somebody, you had to ask permission to duel somebody. Bounties, you would select the bounty from the bounty board and send out your droid, and your droid would locate the bounty, and then that's where you would go to get a message for that. But my professions were, I was a master shipwright, I was a master engineer, I was a master weaponsmith and armorsmith. And so people would come to me, and I had the houses, I had the starships, I had everything. So two of my blueprints, which were very well sought after, was the Millennium Falcon, the YT-1300 converter, and then the Slave One. And I had amassed the blueprints for those. There was a couple missions for the for Slave One. You had to do the Guild Watch raid, or Death Watch, which was not an easy raid at all. And so you had to do that to get the schematics to build that particular aircraft. And once you had them and you put together for the blueprint and built it the first time, then you had it. So what I would do was, I knew everybody needed speeders, land speeders. So I would build those by the crate. The crate would have 100 of them. I could easily sell a basic tier 1 land speeder for 5,000 credits. A tier 2 that could seat 5 people, 10,000 credits. Boom. Load up the market. I'd have them gone in like 3 days. Then I started making X-Wings, Y-Wings, and B-Wings, and A-Wings, because they needed those because Jump the Light Speed was the fighter side to this. So I would build the base aircraft, put it out there, and then I also started building with higher mark rolled stats, the engines, the weapons, everything. So I'd throw that out there. Then the big ones came, where I would make 5 Millennium Falcons and 5 Slave Ones and just throw them out. And those you could sell like 100 million per. So 100 million credits per fighter. And people would buy them like left and right. And it was a crazy crazy market, but One of the things that when the game shut down, I had, if I remember correctly, I think after everything was totaled, my resources, what I had in the marketplace, what I had in my miners, I think, I know on my server I was the second highest with amount of credits for my character, and I think I was sitting at, was it billion, trillion, quadrillion? I was sitting at 3 quadrillion credits when everything was figured out, and yeah, I mean, I'd have people come to me for resources to build lightsabers. I would have people come to me to buy power to power their harvesters or whatever they needed, because again, you started with 9 plots. So the first thing I did was put harvesters out all over the place. I would focus on a certain type of metal. I would look at the market and say, okay, per a stack of this, I would see what it was worth and sell. Well, yeah, it's sad that the game's gone. I'm waiting. Here's my thing. I am truly waiting for somebody to make a true Star Wars MMO. Was it Knights of the Republic? It's an MMO, but it's not what you're forced down a path with that game. Where if I wanted to be just an engineer, I could go out and be an engineer. I didn't have to take a forced path by playing missions. If I wanted to raise my experience tier faster, the first 10 levels of being an engineer, yeah, you had to follow a mission. But it was only the first to get you to level 10. Once you were level 10, you were on your own. You just learned what to grind out and make to get your level up. But yeah, I really hope that comes about, because you were the armor smith, you were the weaponsmith. I mean, I was building Mandalorian armor like crazy for people. Republic Commando armor, I was building that. Stormtrooper, Sand Trooper, Snow Trooper. We had all those. Bounty Hunter armor, there were different types. Weaponry is the same way. You could build crates of clothing that matched, say, what Han Solo wore. I had mannequins of my armor in one of my houses, so people came in to buy stuff, they saw them, and it was, everybody knew, well, hey, this is what he produces. He has all that. So, but yes, as you said, it was a great game, and I wish it was still around, because I'd still be playing it. I'd still be making millions and millions of credits per day. Like I said, I paid people. So what was really cool with the vendors, okay? I could set up my vendors. So if I sent somebody out and I said, "Hey, I need you, because I'm renting your plots. I need you to I need a million units of a certain type of resource, right?" So what I do is I go to the vendor where they would deposit the resource in, and I would say, "Hey, for this, it's X amount of credits per unit." So what they would do is, it's sitting in there. I would tell them what vendor to deposit the resources in. They would go out when they had that amount. They would come back and feed it into that vendor, and then that vendor would pay them because they fulfilled like a work order. It was way ahead of its time, and it's sad. There's a lot of games out there that would benefit from a market. Playing a game like The Division or Wildlands or Breakpoint, those type of games would benefit from a player perspective market, because if I'm grinding and I'm out here and I know every time I kill this boss he has a chance of dropping this particular weapon, but I already have 5 of them, well, let me put those 5 on this marketplace and allow other players to purchase them if they want to. And you're like, well, what's that get you? Well, you have to spend credits or money in that game to upgrade armor, things like that, or for builds. So if I'm putting stuff out there for people to buy that I don't need, we had 100%. Well then, I'm gonna have to hit this, and then I didn't even know I was at 100%. Ah, yes, I am. See what happens when we hit that. Okay, 84. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into that, but it was a great marketplace. I mean, it made things so nice. You weren't paying exuberant amounts to travel from place to place, and in most cases, if you had your own ship that had a hyperdrive, you could fly yourself. So it's like it's like developers, when they make a new game and they look at the marketplace aspect of it, it's like they forget Star Wars Galaxy and how well that marketplace actually worked. And I'll be honest, it took a while for me to get a hold of that and understand how that worked. But once I did, I was like, dude, this is simple. This is super simple, stupid easy. And it just made things that much nicer when I was putting stuff up for sale. And then when I got to the point where I could put my bots in my home, then that's what I did. I mean, I had a 3-story Huddy's house, I think it was. And so you would see the top layer of the house, but the other 2 floors were underground. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, see, if the market's horrible, nobody wants to do it. And I think here you're kind of forced to, because there's nothing really somebody's going to pay money for. Because they're like, well, I'll just grind and get it myself. So, credits being the in-game credits, I'd like to see, honestly, how many people buy gold from the website every month, because it would be interesting to see that stat. All right, that was the last island there. What do we? All right, then we're gonna switch up stuff. We're gonna go do the animal islands. Then we will probably call this stream a day for this one. I mean, the only thing left to do after that is run to market. But no, man, I feel you. It's the markets, when they say a truly player-controlled market, well, that might be, but there's things that influence that. Like, say, for instance, seeds. Let's just take a look at these. I have, where was it? 763 of these, right? The item value is 1,500 silver per a seed. This little amount is worth 4.51 million on the market. Well, that's part of the problem. If this seed was only, say, 5 silver per seed, this would drop, and so would the price of buying them. I mean, it's crazy. But that's what these developers do, and they're all in it for the money. They're not in it for the betterment of the player. They know players are going to buy silver, so that's why we've seen the price of... I mean, let's see here. Last time I was on... Let's see, gold. Okay, look, this is what... Sell gold for silver. That's how much silver you get per gold piece. This is what it costs you to buy it. In the last 24 hours, it spiked, and now it's going back up. Because what's happening? People are flooding they're buying more silver. So what's happening is that gold, or they're buying less gold. So as that happens, I mean, here's the 7-day price, and now we're going back up. And according to this, that's the current price right now. And then if you look at, if you put in a gold order, I mean, again, let's just look at this. I mean, for 800 gold, you're paying $4.95. 17, you're paying that. 35, you're paying 20, and so forth. Problem is with these is people will pay this to get this, and then what they'll do is they'll flood the market with the gold to convert it to silver, and then, but it's ridiculous. We can definitely do better, and that's the sad point, the sad part, because honestly, when you played Star Wars Galaxies, there weren't microtransactions. There weren't. And I think microtransactions kill games, to be honest, and that's the thing with Call of Duty, is all these people go out and buy all these skins and stuff, and they don't use the guns, or they don't just grind out the guns and then work on fine-tuning it themselves. They just, here, I'll just buy this skin, which already has this gun already ready for me. Excuse me. So, that's what kills these games, are microtransactions. I mean, we just saw it. Yeah. Here. Can I carry that many? Yes, I can. There we go. No, that's not one. Start this off. We'll do 3. All right, so we're gonna go farm my islands. I mean, it's absolutely, it's crazy. There is not a need to charge these astronomical prices for, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'll show you. Did I already pull these? Well, I guess I did. So I'm going to show you something here. This, and I'm sure you've probably seen this. So here's a seed for a carrot. Why? And then we said that, I mean, seriously, 20,000 silver for a corn seed. So they said the value of that is, what was it, 1,500? But yet, to buy one seed is 6,700 silver. It's ridiculous. Animals are the same way. So 4,500 for a chick. If you look up the price of a chick, that's not what it costs. Calves. When you buy a calf and you go to breed it, like I have a client who wants me to breed calves for him, so I'm going to buy 9 of these things. But the return on investment is not there. It's just not. So, okay, I want to buy, because I need 9. I'll buy 9 of these. Look at that. Hang on. And see, again, he has a 13% chance of yielding an offspring. So your return on investment is horrible. And then you buy him for 27, but your market value is 24. The item value is 800. Grow time 1 day and 20 hours. It takes 2 days for this thing. This, I don't know. I have to buy 45 so I can see. It's because of you, but I will not make that back. I won't. I guarantee it. And we'll even use focus. So let's go all the way down, because we're gonna do like we normally do. This is how I normally do. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna do this. Place. And we'll feed. Oh. now we're gonna focus. If I get anywhere. I'm wondering if I already pulled up my animals. I bet I did. I think what we'll do is we'll feed them first, and then we'll come back, or we'll lay them down, and then we'll harvest them. It's kind of like the same thing with the chicks. You put down 3, but you only get 1. You pick them up, but you'll see 3 grown, or 2 grown when you come to pick them up. It's like, well, wait a minute. You're showing me 3 chickens here, so why don't I get 3 chickens? You know, again, another way to force us to come back and spend an exuberant amount of silver. Be able to play the game. And it's crazy because all they want people to do, honestly, I think they would be happy with 10 people that PvE and everybody else play PvP. But again, you need to have the silver to buy armor, to buy potions, to buy food, to buy the mount. You know, it's not like it's here you go. I have no idea if this is even going to yield me. I'll probably be lucky if I pull 1, maybe 3 calves out of that whole plot right there. Again, it's a forced way of making you spend money with them, the microtransactions, to enjoy the game. And microtransaction is where they make their money, because once you know, again, this quote unquote the game's free to play. Well, yeah, but if you don't spend money, you're gonna do horrible. Oh, this is the tiring part. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to knock out 6 islands. I'm going to plant the rest of these chicks. And then I'm going to take what I pulled already. And we're going to take... All right. I will be right back. All right, let's all right, go ahead. We're gonna plant and then we'll. Oh. And the other thing in this game too, reason why I need to start fighting mobs is I want to be able to go into the zones that have like polar bears and stuff like that, the grizzly bears, so I can fight them and have the potential of them dropping a cub, because then I can raise them in game, which would be a bonus. Now these guys I don't worry about putting premium on because, you know, again, yield's pretty decent. But here it is. I just put 3 chicks down. Now I'll come back. We'll have 3 chickens, 2 chickens. But why don't I get to pick up 2 chickens if I lay down 3 chickens? Oh. And there's that one done. All right, 4 more. 4 more islands. And like I said, I'm probably going to call it for this stream. Again, stop. There. Like, yeah, but I have 2 people I rent islands from, like a total of 65 islands from them. But what I did was, because I wasn't using them all, I turned around and rented them. Yep, this is what. Let's just slow out. The one thing I wish they had, and I've said this before in other streams, a harvest all, plant all button. That would even work for lives for breeding. Because you could plant all or lay all, and then turn around and say feed all, focus all. Well, I hope watching. I hope you had your loot drops enabled through your Twitch account, because I know you've been on here for a bit, so you should have got the first 2 charts. I think for chess. I think one's at 15 minutes and the other's at 30 or something like that. Then they start getting stupid with wanting you to watch for 4 hours. I'm all about supporting streamers, but man, 4 hours. It'd be cool if it was like a tournament, you know? That would be a little different. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, let me guess. Camera just froze again. That's awesome. There we go. We have 2 more islands here to take care of. Sorry about the long break there. Water boiling. Get this done. Market. That'll be a good thing. Oh. Oh. Okay. Choked on some spit. That was going to be great fun. Tonight we'll be streaming for the first time Star Citizen. You guys are on the journey with me. This is the first time I've ever played this game. It's another MMO. It has been in development, it looks like, since 2018. So it is in a alpha, and I would say an updated alpha environment. So I'm actually looking really forward to this. Just seeing how they have it set up. Seeing what they accomplished last year, seeing what the roadmap already for this year. It did cost a little bit. I think it cost me $65 to buy my entry kit, and then I added on some things like a paint scheme and something else. However, there's no monthly membership fee, which is nice. But they call it a pledge, which is trying to get some more games out there, and this one has potential. So that must be up in here, because I think or is this? So this is the upper island area. So this must be where the mist is, I'm guessing. Or this is supposed to be a representation of this, and that's the center. That would be where Albion is. I don't know. So depending on how that game works, this game may take a complete back seat. Star Citizen may become the new game. Be looking for that though. Like I said, I think tonight we're gonna do it. I want to get the installer set up and everything going before I start a stream. But stream for 23. I'll make sure I also include all the links to the game. So if you want to check it out and join me, it looks really, really good. Just the different ways you can play the game. It kind of reminds me in a way of EVE Online. I think it takes it, you know, maybe a much more affordable way, because EVE Online is a pretty good game. So let's see. 5. I think that's going to be good for now. I will give. All right. Really. Okay, yeah. Because here's what we're going to do. Are going. And it's some of that. So now dismount him in there. It's amazing how a stack of little herbs, okay? Little tiny That's really weird. Oh. To the marketplace. Charge! Okay. Okay. Welcome to Force Drilling, everybody. Ooh, big bad boy right there. All right, time to save. All right, Chicky. Hmm. See, here's the other thing that's really horrible with this is I get hit with this premium tax. It's bad enough that I get hit with it when I buy the thing, but then I get hit with that and then a setup fee. I mean, it's ridiculous. But if you sell orders, you just get hit with the premium tax. But we're just gonna put it out there, and we're gonna go probably 2% above. There we go. That no. See, I can't. That's 6%. That's a little. I'll go 5. 385. And yeah, hey, look, the market makes, and that's what the game makes off you. So it's, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's a tier 3. The tier 4. Here we go. $425. Why can't I just set it one? Yeah, this stuff will sell within a day. Buy it because, again, like you said, they need potions. So, a few things I've put up there for sale are you. Hey, purple, nice. And then let's see, we've got the Dark Wanderer. Hey, how you guys doing? That's the first time I've seen you up in here. That's awesome, guys. Glad you're here. Um, Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Happy New Year to both you guys. Happy New Year to you, Purple. Glad you're here, brother. Um, oh yeah, man. We were playing DMZ last night for a while, so we had a good night. I ended the night off of Call of Duty. I finished up down there. I finished up gold camo in the VK9, so the submachine gun. So I got that done. So yeah, it was a good night. Friends and I just played DMZ, played some COD for most of the night. So yeah, I hope you had a good one too, brother. But yeah, again, I appreciate Dark Wonder. Glad you're here, man. Yeah, you caught me at my end stream. Just took a bunch of stuff into. Oh, yeah. Money is always a good thing, though. So hopefully you got some holiday payoff. So I do want to let you guys know, I'm going to close this stream out for today, for right now. I will be back on later tonight. I am going to be setting up a new game called Star Citizen. I'll make sure that I'll send the links out and post them. You guys can check them out. I do upload my videos and streams into... yeah. I do upload all my streams into YouTube, so they are there. So again, links and such are in the description always. I will be back on probably around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I want to get I haven't installed this game yet, so I got to install the launcher and make sure it gets updated and everything. So be sure to be on that. I will make another post. Make sure that if this is the first time you've been to my channel, hit that notifications, give a follow if you want. I do appreciate them. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the people in the chat. That helps me out a lot. Oh, Dark, you are always welcome on my stream. I can tell you in my chat, and I can tell you right now, I try to stream every single day. Usually, if you have a way to convert the time, I stream around 8:30. I start streaming around 8:30 every night Eastern Standard Time. So that's where I'm at. Again, if you're on my channel, check out my schedule. That'll tell you when I'm streaming, so you know when I'm on. Again, I appreciate everybody, and have a good rest of your day. I'll be back on later this evening with Star Citizen, and this is the Crusader Show 2023 edition. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks a lot, Purple, for tuning in. Hopefully, I'll see you later this evening, man. Take care.